I think the message is that we can do it, okay? We're still in time to do it, and let's not waste it. Let's not waste, the precious time we have ahead to be able to have a healthy planet, a healthy life, and a healthy future.
Welcome to Pictet Meet. In this series, we do invite thought leaders, invite entrepreneurs, scholars, innovators, to share ideas, to share their views, set to shape our world, our planet. Today, we're going to be speaking about ocean preservation and water sustainability. My name is Gonzalo Rengifo, equity partner of Pictet Group and head of distribution for Iberia and Latin America at Pictet Asset Management. So, with this in mind, I think that I want to introduce our guest today. We are very privileged to have Theresa Zabell. Theresa Zabell has been twice gold sailor Olympic medalist, and also he has been a founder of an ocean preservation foundation, which is called Ecomar. So, how do you end up in the water?
Well, I was brought up in a small town in the south of Spain, on the coast of Malaga. And when we were small, we're 6 brothers and sisters. So our parents had to do something with us, and they used to take us to this club that was on the beach. And we used to go swimming there in the swimming pool and the sea and so on. And when I saw these small white sails out on the sea, it completely fascinated me. It fascinated me, and I started saying, right, one day I want to try that. And then I tried it and I loved it. So yeah, that's how I ended up on the sea.
So you have started early, very early, but how this relationship with the ocean, with the sea, with your passion has evolved over time?
Well, at the beginning, you just think that going out on a sailing boat on top of the sea is going to be something fantastic, and that's what you aim for. Then I still practically hadn't started sailing, if I had, it was very little. And I discovered something that became my passion in life, which was the Olympic Games. That turned into my goal. So when I was 11 and I discovered the Olympic Games of Montreal 76, I decided that that's what I wanted to do in life, okay? What I want to achieve is to go to the Games. In 1981, I decided that I was going to go to the World Championships the following year. So I spent a whole year doing what now would be known as a crowdfunding.
Okay.
So I got hold of money from Christmas, birthday, cleaning cars, looking after children. Anything I could do was to collect money. And the next year I went to Holland, to Hoorn, to the World Championship. It was the first time a Spanish girl went to a World Championship. I was 16, and yeah, I slept in a tent. And I ate French fries with mayonnaise all week because it was the cheapest thing that I could find there. And that's what the budget gave for.
I think I will be quite interested, and people will be quite interested to learn a little bit more of your entrepreneurship, because it's true that making this dream possible, as you already shared with us, is really fighting and somehow making things possible, which seems not that feasible, no?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I went to live in Barcelona in 1986.
1986.
So 6 years before the Games.
Yeah.
Games. And so then I did the trials for 1988 to go to Seoul, which was the first time Olympic women's sailing was included. I won the trials, but I was left at home. So that was a big bang for me. There were moments then when I thought that I would give up. But then, I was a few months without sailing, and after that I finished studying and things like this, so I didn't waste my time. But then I realized that I didn't want to sail because of my pride, not because of my goals. And so then I went back, and I think that not going to Seoul and living that situation made me strong enough then to win 2 gold medals in a row. So yeah, nothing happens by accident.
No, yeah, I fully agree. So you founded Ecomar in 1999.
That's right.
I think let's talk about Ecomar because I think it's fascinating the whole work and the goals of this foundation. Why you started Ecomar? What is the main purpose of Ecomar?
Well, the main purpose of Ecomar is to take care of the sea. We have a motto that says, take care of the only two places that you're never going to be able to move away from, your body and your planet. Why do we have this motto? Because, okay, we have to take care of the planet, but we also have to take care of ourselves. Over the last 10, 20, 30 years, I think we're deteriorating our quality of life. We're not taking enough care of ourselves. And you see this with bad diet, obesity, lots of problems that, nowadays are very common. And 20, 30 years ago, they hardly existed. So we don't only want to make sure that this planet continues being a healthy planet, but we want to make the best of it. And we have to be healthy as well.
And also you share with me that you perform a lot of activities with children.
That's
or through
right.
children, because you are completely convinced that children have a big role to play in this mission. So can you share with us which are the main activities that Ecomar is promoting and putting in place?
Well, at the moment we have three main lines of performance. One of them is beach cleanups, and we do lots of beach cleanups with adults and children. Sometimes we mix them, which is very interesting. And another big line of ours is education through the nautical centres, that we have more than 100 centres adhered to our program. And then we also do things in schools. In parallel to all of this, we have different programs going on, more in the investigation kind of line, okay? But why do we try to do everything with children? Because when you want to change the way we think as a society, you have to go to people that are receptive. And we're not receptive anymore, Gonzalo. You and me, when you come to a certain age, you already know what you think and know what you think is right, what's wrong. But the children, they're extremely receptive. So it's like going and putting a little seed in their head, and then you just water it a little bit and a beautiful plant grows. And so when you want to really change the way of thinking of the future society, you have to go to the future adults and their children.
So let's talk now about a topic which is somehow being heard in the market more frequently. It's about sustainability, responsible investing, social investing, impact investing. As you know, Pictet has been a pioneer in this field. We have been, let's say, investing in environmental protection or taking care of environment for more than 25 years. I remember that when we launched a water strategy, investment strategy in the year 2000, it was somehow, as you say, it was very novel. It was quite people who don't understand. And clearly this water strategy is a strategy that to comply with a lot of SDGs, the Sustainability Development Goals of the United Nations. So let's go to the SDG 14, which is water. I think that not too many people are aware about the SDG 14. What you can say for the people to fully, or to start understanding what means these United Nations Sustainable Development Goals?
Well, SDG 14 is taking care of the water, of the salty water, which is 97% of the water that exists on this planet. And it's vital to be able to have a healthy planet. We rely on our oceans for many things. Our protein, a lot of the animal protein comes from the sea, and we're completely destabilizing the balance, so we're not going to have fish if we continue like this. The fresh water comes from the sea, because that's where the cycle starts. If we didn't have the sea, we wouldn't have the cycle of water, and again, we would be dead. And also the oxygen that we spoke about before. The oxygen comes from the sea. That's where the cycle starts. So we really need to put a lot of emphasis and importance on SDG 14. And in fact, we sustain the theory that SDG 14 is the one that we really need to work on, because if SDG 14 doesn't move forward, all the rest of the SDGs are not necessary. So that's something that we have to put a lot of emphasis on. And what you asked me about the companies, it's true now many companies are becoming a lot more sustainable. They're becoming a lot more aware that you have to take care of the planet, and also aware that it's not only foundations that do this, that we all have to chip in. And I think this is really important. A lot of companies are compensating their carbon, for example, and they've been planting trees for many years. But the most important place to be able to capture carbon is in our seas and in our marine ecosystems. And this is called blue carbon. And in Ecomar, we're also working on a blue carbon project that hopefully in the near future, you'll be able to come to me and say, okay, I want to compensate so many tons, and we do it through blue carbon with marine seagrass or different kind of marine ecosystems that are absorbing carbon in a much more efficient way than our trees. 80% of the marine litter comes from land. And so lots of times, when we're using a lot of chemical products or buying clothes that are made out of materials that have been recycled, plastic bottles, for example, we're deteriorating the sea, because every time we wash those clothes, we're sending nearly 1 million microfibers into the ocean. And those microfibers end up on your plate, and we're eating them. So in the end, it's all connected. Take care of the planet, take care of yourself. Don't eat microfibers, but how do we do that? So, it's all one, and we really need to start taking care of the whole lot. But when you want to take care of something, where do you normally start? On the biggest part or on the smallest part? You normally start on the biggest part.
Yeah.
And in this planet, the biggest part is the blue. It's the oceans.
So, Teresa, any last advice, any last thought that you want to share with the audience in terms of water sustainability, ocean preservation, all the work that you are doing? Any last, let's say, parting message that you want to leave with us?
I think the message is that we can do it. Okay, we're still in time to do it, and let's not waste it. Let's not waste, the precious time we have ahead to be able to have a healthy planet, a healthy life, and a healthy future.